What is up, guys? We've got
John.
again Speakeasy podcast. Here we are.
Welcome.
I feel like there's more and more stuff getting added to this bar every episode.
Can you see me?
I know. There's so much going on right now. There's so much we got. We have our it's an interesting episode because we're doing some Halloween kind of Halloweeny stuff today.
Halloweeny.
Right?
Happy Halloweeny.
Yes, which is actually happening in a couple days.
Yeah, there are 2 days, yeah.
Yeah. And we've got our gourds out because they look gorgeous. And we have... Kill. And we have some very Halloweeny, festively, fall-y, whatever you want to call it.
I
Things
love
on
Halloween.
here. Yeah. It's an interesting holiday. It's one that is it a real holiday? Is it whatever?
Yeah,
No. It's not like Thanksgiving. It's not like Christmas. It's not like Easter.
It's like a Ouija board, like a fun day to do a Ouija board.
Yeah, it's a fun day to dress
invite
up.
Satan
And for girls in their 20s to dress up like hookers and yeah. You know, it's like, oh, it's okay. Oh, it's Halloween. Look at me.
Yeah, it's okay.
My ass cheeks are hanging out.
But it's Halloween, so it's okay.
It's okay.
It's not really me.
It's okay. Anyways.
But I love the shirt.
Oh, my favorite spirit is bourbon.
That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Would a ghost having an old fashioned? Are you all right? What is it like?
I don't know if you can see it with all the stuff out here. John, I like yours too, though.
Yeah. No, I got Michael Myers and Jason Voorhees sitting at Dunkin' Donuts drinking an iced coffee together.
I love how we just buy a shirt for this episode.
I bought it yesterday. I was like, we'll get here in time.
You know, you know what? I'm gonna rephrase. I'll wear it to work when they do the whole Halloween stuff, and I'll wear it when we're going trick or treating with my son.
Yeah, I'll wear it on Halloween.
Yeah,
and then it'll go back in the closet till next year,
and it'll smell like a closet in a year because you haven't worn it since then.
And then we'll just buy new ones anyway. Next year.
I know. It's true. It's sad but true. But we are doing some fun things today. We have some fun bourbon, fun beer, and John, what is this, dude? What's going on here?
So John went trick or treating.
All right.
Trick or treat.
I love the McDonald's bucket. Are those out now?
Yeah. I went and got a Happy Meal just to get this bucket for today. Yeah.
I have to go to McDonald's with my son now because
100%.
We need our buckets.
Hell yeah, dude. They have a green one, a blue one, a red one, and a white one.
All right.
I didn't want the white one, but
we got the white one last year.
You know what? At the end, you keep this. You give it to him.
No,
I don't want it. You give it to him.
Well, take the candy if you're going to do that.
So, yeah, I'll keep the candy in there. So, I got,
so we have so much candy.
Trick-or-treating. And I got a Snickers, and it's ghoulish green. It's green inside. And a Twix, and the cookie's green inside. Okay. I guess you like Twix and...
I like them both. Where's yours? Take yours.
Yeah, we can't have an episode of Halloween without having candy. Last year I had it all over the bar. This year I have it in my trick-or-treat
I will
bucket.
I see your Snickers, and I will raise it a Twix after this.
Dude, look at that.
What?
It's green inside. I don't know if you can see that in there. It's green inside.
It is.
I love Twix.
Tastes like a Twix. All right. I want to talk to you about something.
Okay.
As we're chewing this. You're a Yankees fan.
I am.
So, someone at work, every once in a while, people bring candy just for fun. You know, they like just share it, whatever. And the person I work with, she's like, "Oh, I didn't mean to buy this. It was random," and she thought she bought something else. She was actually telling us, "Oh, I got this too, or whatever." And everyone's like, "Wait, what? What are you talking about? This is not what you bought." And she's like, "Oh my God, I bought the wrong bag." But it was Baby Ruth.
Baby Ruth? Baby Ruth? Baby Ruth?
All right. And it's funny because afterwards, like I'm not even talking like that day. Like a couple of days later, everyone had their share of Baby Ruths because there was a bag of them. And we got into the conversation. Baby Ruth versus...
Babe Ruth?
Babe Ruth versus Snickers. And a lot of us growing up, we didn't have our share of Baby Ruths. We had our share of Snickers. Snickers. Snickers dominated the market. And it was funny because it was such a random conversation I had with a couple coworkers, and we're like, Baby Ruth is far superior to Snickers.
No way.
Far superior to Snickers.
No way.
Yes. And you're a Yankees fan.
Wait, you believe that?
I know that because I had them both side by side.
And you think a Baby Ruth is better than a Snickers?
Yes. Yes.
I think the difference is there's no nougat in the Baby Ruth, right? It's all caramel and nut.
Dude, I don't know. I'm eating shit off the bar. But,
Yeah, you're right.
but the Baby Ruth, the nuts were like almost more fresh, crunchier, in your face. Because you know how I like nuts in my face.
I do know that.
And the crunch to it, the texture was the biggest thing. It tasted like a real, like someone put thought into it and said, I want these nuts to be more prominent.
Okay. So I got your answers.
All right.
So the Baby Ruth has more peanuts, and they are larger, and they are dry roasted peanuts.
Ah, dude, they were just so much crunchier, man.
Snickers has a more smoother milk chocolate because they are two different companies. Baby Ruth's nougat has a strong flavor that some describe as chocolatey or molasses-like.
Ah, so delicious.
Baby Ruth has a different level of crunch and mouthfeel from the peanuts than Snickers.
Hell yeah.
And Baby Ruth has much more chew than Snickers does. But Snickers is much more popular than...
Oh, I dropped my wrapper.
So Baby Ruth has peanuts, caramel, milk chocolate, flavored nougat covered in a compound chocolate. Snickers is peanuts, nougat, caramel, milk chocolate. They're the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way they're layered, I think. And like you said, Baby Ruth just has more peanuts in it.
Dude, night and day.
I'm a huge Baby Ruth fan, don't get me wrong. But I'll take a Snickers any day. Just because I grew up with Snickers.
I know.
I didn't grow up with
Dude, it was almost like the peanuts were more on the outside of it. Like they were hanging out. You could actually see exposed peanuts. It was nuttier.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just could be an age thing. As we gotten older, we're more shy away more from the sweet stuff and more towards like the crunchier, salty savior. It was my savior that day.
Your savior.
Savior. I can't even say it now. But yes, different animal.
I mean, I'm a huge Payday guy. What do you feel about Payday?
Do you have those in there too?
No, I wish I did. You like Payday?
I don't know too
Love
much.
Payday.
I used to like 100 gram.
Yeah, it's all right.
Because it had everything. It had the Rice crispy, crunchy, caramelly, all that stuff going on. Yeah. I guess you're not eating the s'mores things down there today.
That's for Christmas.
But yeah, man, I do like Twix, so I'm stealing another one because I had the right one. Now I gotta have the left one.
That's right.
No, this is left.
You can have the right.
I'm joking. There's nothing on this.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah. So here we are. Halloween. We got our shirts on. We got things going. We haven't even started our bourbon yet.
Yeah,
Let's
I
do
know.
our bourbon. Sorry, people.
We got to wash this down with something.
Yeah. Let's get into that before I take a bite into that Twix that I just opened there, too.
Green Twix.
Yes. All right. Here is some good times.
Good times. J.J. Walker.
Yes, sir. And this is one of those. We do these on the show a lot. We like trying these barrel
They're
casks. You know,
they're fun.
Barrel. You know, whatever you want to call it. They're all nacho filtered. It seems like this one in particular.
Nacho filtered.
They're nacho filtered. And this one is a single barrel straight bourbon whiskey finished in apple, brandy, and Amburana.
We love our Amburana.
Casks. Coming in at 57% alcohol, 114 proof. If you can't add, that's what it is. Limited rare release. This one in particular is cool, and we thought, let's do this one today.
That's the reason why we're doing it.
Exactly.
It's the
And we
label.
said
It's all
apple
about the
pie.
label.
We said fall, apple pie, fall season. But we've got the Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man on this bad boy right now.
What'd you do, Ray? What'd you do? The
It
first
just-
thing that came in my head.
It just popped in there.
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Who, Ray? Who just popped in there?
And I didn't realize this, though, looking at this. So this must have been, when I received this, I wonder if it was later in the year, because I see Santa and a little snowman looking at the Stay Puft.
I thought that was popcorn. Oh, that's the building blowing up at the top.
Yes. If you
Santa?
can
What does Santa
zoom
have
in there. Like I said, maybe that's when it was released. This is a 9-year
the Empire
apple
State
pie
Building?
cask finished. Triforce exclusive. I'm not going to say the people who released this because, well, I want to be able to buy it in the future without competing with other people. But I see the reindeer too there too. That's interesting.
That's an odd.
I know, it's an interesting one. We're doing it as a fall release. We're doing it as Stave Puft Marshmallow Man because, well, Halloween, Ghostbusters, all that fun stuff. We thought it would work.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. This is a fresh pop. Johnny, you've got the pleasure of enjoying this fresh crack with me.
Yes, sir. I can't wait.
Yes. If you need more.
Good times.
I feel like I can smell it already, dude.
Wow. Oh, my God.
I'm going to put Ghostbusters forward so everyone can just stare at the Stave Puft there. Yeah. And like I said, it's got the apple pie on the other side there, but we're going to leave it Ghostbusters. All right. Ooh, wow.
I smell more like candy apple more than I smell apple pie.
Yeah. I'm getting caramel.
Candy apple.
Candy apple. Yeah, I can
Yeah,
see that.
right?
Maybe caramel apple.
Caramel apple, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cheers, bud.
Cheers.
Let's try this. Apple forward.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Applectomy.
Is that even a word? That's good, though.
Yeah.
You know what it tastes like? Do you ever have those apple, like an apple Jolly Rancher, sour apple Jolly Rancher?
Yeah,
That's what I'm getting off of
Yeah.
that.
It's very apple-y.
Wow. Less on the Amburana, though.
Which I don't mind. Because, I mean, I do love Amburana, but I feel like you can really screw something up quickly if you over Amburana it, you know?
Can you over Amburana? No.
Yeah, dude. It's very strong.
Because it's not a spice. It's just, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane in the membrane.
Yeah. It's good. And I feel like this one in particular, John, I feel like it'll open up even more in future pours.
Yeah.
I feel like we just did a fresh crack.
What was the proof?
Let's say 114 maybe? What was it?
It burns a little bit in the chest.
Yeah, 114.
I'm getting a little burning. A little bit.
I'm burning.
I'm getting that Kentucky hug, even though it's not from Kentucky.
Yeah.
I'm getting it in there.
Feels more like Ohio.
Indiana.
Not sure.
Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana. I don't know.
Wow. That's insane.
Yeah. It's good, though. I like it. I like the flavors. I'm getting that apple. I'm getting a hint of that Amburana cinnamon. It's Kentucky hug, like John said. I'm feeling that burn. I'm feeling it. It's nice. It's cozy. It's warm. It's fall-like.
So if you're not familiar with Good Times is a popular subject, right? In the bourbon world? Not a
Yeah.
popular subject, but
It is.
Is it accepted? Is it not accepted? They do funky things with their bourbon.
All right. I mean, we always go back to this.
Yeah,
and
we probably talk about it every
it's
time.
like one of those things where with Good Times, they're just a little bit more experimental. That's all.
Yeah.
They're more willing to say, let's try this out. Let's do this. Not to say they don't. They have plenty of their own single barrels, et cetera, whatever, where they're not in these Brandy casks or whatever casks and everything. The bottom line is this, and for all the haters out there, I'm going to tell you right now, if it's good, it's good. If you like it, you like it. Like Freddie at Buffalo Trace, there's no wrong way to drink something. It's whatever way you like it, If you want to, like, we're bourbon guys. We drink bourbon a lot, and we drink a lot of bourbon. And we have had our fair share, but every once in a while, you might want a Texas whiskey. You might want something, people who like Angel's Envy that's finished in sherry cask. That in particular, I'm not as much of a fan of, but I'm not opposed to trying something that is cask finished in something else, just for the hell of it. Just to say, oh, wow, this is cool. Let me try that out.
And Good Times, they go out of the box, man. They,
Yeah, outside the box.
outside the box.
Well, I'm going to do a Twix burger.
Green. It's green.
Am my poop going to be, like, green now?
I think so. They had different flavors. They had a cinnamon toast crunch like Kit Kat.
Yeah?
Yeah, Kit Kat, not Twix. But yeah, they had weird things at the store. But this is what I stumbled upon.
I lied. Leave a couple of those.
The whole bucket is yours, my friend.
No.
Yes,
no,
it
I don't
is.
want all that. We have a
Yep.
lot of candy upstairs.
Yeah, now you got more. Awesome. Great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Good job. Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
You scared?
Scared of
Right?
what? I ain't scared of no
You're
ghosts.
not scared of no Halloween? You ain't scared of no ghosts? Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.
Good stuff, though. Good times.
Thanks, good times. Yeah, absolutely.
We like this variation. I've been holding on to this one for some time.
Yeah, it tastes like extra bonus points for when it tastes like what they.
I know. We in general, we
They
say that.
advertise.
If it tastes like what they're advertising, it's good. Yeah. And stay tuned to later in our episode. We're going to do that beer, too, as well.
Yeah, that might not be that good.
We'll see. We'll
Not a
see.
huge Sam
But,
Adams fan.
yeah. But I like this one, though. I like this.
Same. So,
Cheers, by the way.
oh, cheers. Thank you. I thought you were gonna.
Oh.
I thought we were pouring it out for our homies.
Not yet. Yeah. What were you saying, John? I'm sorry.
So I was gonna say, being that it's Halloween, like I know, so we've been doing this a couple of years now.
Mm-hmm.
We've had many Halloween topics, but this year, how do you feel about the horror genre being the way it is now? So the reason I asked that is because have you heard anything on the Terrifier 3?
No.
Have you seen Terrifier 1 or 2?
I didn't know. I don't know what Terrifier is, dude.
Art the Clown?
I don't know. Does he make jokes?
You live in a bubble?
No.
He's the new big person.
I know, like It, like the movie It with the clown.
So you got your It, right? You got your Pennywise. You got your
Pennywise. Yeah.
you got your Michael Myers. You got your Jason Voorhees. You got your Freddy Krueger. Art the Clown's like the newest one out of those guys.
Yeah.
And they're calling it the goriest movies of all time.
All right.
So Terrifier 3 is currently in the movies. I haven't seen it yet. I'm going to go see it.
With your kids?
Not with the kids.
All right.
My
Good.
brother saw it, and I actually asked my brother. I said, "Can I bring the kids? Because they want to, my one daughter wants to see it." And he's like, "No."
Yeah. Good for Joey. Thank you. 'Cause
Yeah.
I would be afraid what John would do.
But I've just recently watched 1 and 2,
Mm-hmm.
and it is gory, dude.
Yeah.
It is gross.
Yeah.
Like people were leaving for this new one. People were leaving the theaters throwing up.
Really?
I don't know how you haven't heard of this.
No, I
This
haven't.
is huge, dude.
But I'm not like a big horror guy, so
I'm a big horror guy.
yeah.
So Art the Clown, Terrifier 3, people are going nuts over this movie.
Yeah. All right.
Like, so it all starts with part
Where do you
one.
want? First and foremost, where did you watch 1 and 2?
Prime Video. Yeah,
Oh, it's on
Prime.
Amazon.
Yeah, it's on Amazon.
Well, you should give
Prime
me a heads
Video.
up. I would have watched it maybe.
Yeah, no, watch it.
Well, too late now.
Watch it with your son.
Right.
Um,
My son was like afraid. Like I can't even put on like. At one point, he's better now. But like I'm saying, like maybe a year and a half ago, we couldn't even watch Monsters Inc.
oh,
It was too scary. Forget about anything gory.
no,
Forget.
this is pretty bad.
Yeah.
Pretty bad stuff.
Yeah.
So the evolution of horror movies, because I've been watching a lot lately. Once it comes this season, I love watching the old school movies. Friday the 13th is my favorite series of all of them. And it went from, it's funny, it went from, my kids have like Jason Voorhees
Yeah.
pants and shirt. And
Really?
They think it's funny. They think it's cool. It's like Halloween-y.
Yeah.
And it's like pajama pants, like with the knife and the face mask, but I can't let them watch the movie because old school movies, it was all like
It's nudity.
tits. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
Yeah.
The camp counselors, all they do is naked and they make out and there's sex and this and that. These kids can't watch it.
Yeah. What was with that? Why do they need to include the sex? with
I
these horror
don't
movies?
know. I don't know.
I mean, as little kids, we weren't opposed to it, but yeah, it was.
yeah. But I feel like the genre has turned from the unknown and scary to jump.
Yeah.
Right? It's not about monsters anymore. It's more about
Yeah.
the jump scare.
Gotcha.
You agree? Have you? Well, you said you're not a big horror guy, but
It's different. It's more thriller now. I'd
it's
say.
so different.
Like thriller is more like or suspense or where you're yes, like you said, jump scare, like
It's jump scare.
creepy, not necessarily gory, but creepy.
But back in the day, Jason, you knew Jason was just Jason, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna walk slow, but he's gonna catch the person. He's gonna kill them and slice their throat. Same with Michael Myers.
Yeah.
He's gonna pop out. From the
But do you watch it
bushes.
now? Have you watched it nowadays?
Oh yeah.
How cheesy is it?
Oh, it's cheesy, 100%
Yeah.
cheesy.
So here's the thing, and sorry to interrupt you briefly, but I watched. Is there one that's called like Freddy's Dead or something like that, or Freddy something?
yeah, there's so many.
It was a later one, and I
Yeah,
watched
one of the ender ones. I think is Freddy Dead. One of the later ones.
And I watched it. I actually put it on when I was up in the Catskills the other weekend to fall asleep to, because I was exhausted.
It's so stupid.
It was something I had no interest in, and I watched a little bit of it. I'm like, this is so freaking cheesy. I'm like, you know what? I don't care if I fall asleep. I took it like I was exhausted. I wanted to take a quick nap. I put that on to help me take a nap.
Yeah, because it's boring, dude. Freddy Krueger, I think I brought this up last year, is in like 6 minutes of the whole movie.
Yeah.
6 minutes.
Well, yeah.
Of the whole movie.
And he's not really like a real big actor, I guess. Everyone, if you saw him, you'd be like, oh yeah, it is Freddy. You know, the guy who plays him.
Robert Englund.
Yeah. I mean, he'll show up to like horror fests or whatever things there are, but whatever. But he doesn't really have.
There's no edge to him.
Yeah, the one I watched, I think it was Freddy's Dead or something like that. The guy had a hearing piece or something like that, and he started scratching the chalkboard, and it was just cheesy. It was corny. It was kind of like,
That's what those old school movies were.
Yeah,
they were corny.
Yeah.
Now it's all about the jump scare, man. It's totally different genre. Horror movies are a totally different genre right now. Now they just want you to shit your pants or throw up in the theater. Yeah. Or there's so much special effects they just want you to throw up.
Did you watch the new Screams or anything? Was there a new Scream?
Yeah, there's been newer ones. No, I haven't watched it.
That was newer. So John and I grew up in the 80s. We had our Halloween. We had our Friday the 13th. We had our Nightmare on Elm Street. We had even some other one-off ones like Candyman, Puppet Master, Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Hellraiser, Puppet Master, Dolls. Any of these films they were a little bit different.
Poltergeist, right?
Poltergeist.
That's scary. That's scary stuff.
It was. But nowadays, it's just changed. It's different.
It's gore and jump scare. That's all it's about.
Yeah. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Awesome movie.
Took the straw and he was sucking out of that cotton candy with like a body.
Big cotton candy pod. That's great.
Ghoulies.
Critters.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Now, if you watch it, you're like,
"What the hell were they thinking?"
It's like Critters. They had the large, they had the large. They formed a large critter.
If they all came together, it became one big giant critter. Yeah.
And then we're going to Christmas movies, Halloween into Christmas. No, I wasn't going to say the Tim Burton one.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
I was going to say
Edward Scissorhands.
That's not anything scary though. I was actually going to say Gremlins, but
Gremlins. Yeah, it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
just like Die Hard.
Yeah.
How about Beetlejuice? Have you seen Beetlejuice?
No. Have you?
I have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went to the movies. Yeah.
Oh nice. Now who am I going to watch it with, John? Who am I going to watch it with? Really? My son's too young.
It's true.
My wife's not a big movie person.
Yeah.
So I'm not going by myself. So
you're not missing anything.
Yeah.
The original was so much better than.
It's tough. It's tough when you have such a classic.
Yeah.
It was different actors. I'm not a big Alec Baldwin fan, but what's her name? Was good. Winona Ryder, I like too.
So she's in the second one. Michael Keaton's in the second one. Catherine O'Hara's in the second one.
Yeah. What about the father? He's still alive though.
He's still alive, but he was like brought up for like child pornography charges. So I don't think he's doing. He's not doing movies lately.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So they played it off like he died, but he was in the movie, but it wasn't him because they like, chopped off his head. And they did like weird stuff with him.
And Otho died in real life too.
He died in real life. Yeah, he was in the movie.
Yeah. Which he was in Seinfeld too. I think he had a couple of small roles. Yeah, in Seinfeld.
Yeah, he's in quite a few movies. I think in the background.
Anything 80s or whatever 90s. It's like the other actor. What's his name from The Burbs? There was Tom Hanks. There was an army guy, and then there was that goofy friend. And,
yeah.
He was another.
He was a comedian.
Yeah. But you don't see him around.
I think he's dead.
Oh, did he? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh well.
No, Diddy didn't do it. Diddy's in a whole nother story.
Yes,
that's a whole nother topic for another day.
Yes, Diddy do. But yeah.
Oh, what the hell was his name?
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Yeah.
But I know his name.
Yeah. So back to what you were saying.
Rick something.
Rick something. Yeah.
So all right, so Terrifier, it's a whole different level. The movies now are more jump scare and gore. There's
Yeah.
like no, unless you get an M Night Shyamalan type of movie where you have to like think and it's like
Yes. There's a twist with M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say that's more suspense, I feel like.
Right,
It's not
right.
horror. There's nothing too graphic. There's nothing like blood squirting. It's not like Quentin Tarantino and like Django Unchained when like, and there's certain parts where it's a little graphic and things were happening and blood's splatting all over the place.
This new guy, Art the Clown, this guy tied up a girl upside down and decided to slice her in half, starting from her privates down to her face. That's the kind of movie we're talking about here.
All right.
Yeah. And you see it the whole time.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It's like graphic.
Graphic.
Yeah.
I was at the point where I was like, what am I watching? What do I do with my life that I'm watching this right now?
Yeah. I almost wonder, like, if people who watch this stuff have mental issues.
I want to know who wrote this thing has mental issues.
I know.
What were you doing? You're sitting on the toilet like, you know what?
I mean, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt because you didn't necessarily know what you're getting yourself into. But
No.
It's one of those things like...
I only watch it to keep up with the times.
Yeah. And you were a
figured
big...
you would have heard of it.
No, I never. But you were a big Rob Zombie guy, too. You like those, too.
Oh, I just watched the whole thing the other day.
Was it
I
House
watched
of
all
a Thousand
three.
Corpses?
House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil Rejects, and Three from Hell. I just watched it the other day. I made my wife watch some of it. She doesn't. She turned around and she looked at me and she goes, and I'm gonna use a curse word here. She goes, "You're a sick fuck for liking these movies." It's like,
Mel, you're right.
she goes, "There's something wrong with you." I said, yes, I am.
Yeah.
But that's different. That's like torture.
Yeah.
That's torture stuff.
Yeah.
I like that. Like, what are the ones where they go into like the Saw and the other ones
Hostel.
Hostel, yeah, like that stuff I like. Where like torture,
Yeah.
I could see myself doing that. I can like totally torture you right now.
Hostel was entertaining though. I found it was entertaining.
The first one was. Second one got a little weird, but
I don't know if I watched the second one, but I thought it was like interesting where you see it makes sense
because it's almost realistic.
It's
That could
realistic
happen.
because you see like these rich people who like hunt like lions and giraffes and do things because they have the money to do it.
Right.
And what stops them from saying, "Let's torture some humans and let's do our
Absolutely.
thing"? Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'm sure there's some kind of reality. I mean, there's like those what do they call it? What was that movie? 8mm or something with Nicolas Cage.
with Nicolas Cage. That was a great movie.
And they had
With the underground porn where they were really, like, killing the people.
Yes. What do they call snuff?
Snuff films, yeah.
That's what it was. Snuff films. That was a good movie, man. Very
was a
underrated. No many people
great
know about
movie.
that movie. I'm surprised
I
you
love
watched
that movie.
it.
That's
yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix, man.
And James Gandolfini's in it too, as well.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was a pretty good movie.
Great movie.
Yeah. But anything M. Night Shyamalan related, it's more like suspense, creepy, catch you off guard.
Right.
Whoa, that's
can't-
what really happens.
Can't figure it out.
Yes.
Have to wait to the end and really see what happens.
Exactly. I like, but I'm a big M. Night Shyamalan fan. I love M. Night Shyamalan. I like Lady in the Water. I like all these Sixth Sense, Signs, The Village. These are all movies that I'm like.
Village is my favorite one.
Yeah, they're all very good. I love those kind of movies. I like the music in them. I like with The Village, they have the violin going and stuff and all that stuff. It's just he did it right, man.
But I'm gonna be honest. I'm a bigger fan of the current movies where like the remakes. Like you brought up Rob Zombie. He did Halloween. He did a couple. To me, those were better than the originals.
Yeah.
There's it's not new. It was 2019 maybe. Friday the 13th, the newer ones.
Yeah.
So much better. Like,
Can I ask you something?
except Freddy Krueger, the newest Nightmare on Elm Street, with the kid from. Oh God, he was in the Bad News Bears. The hippie-looking guy. He was the new Freddy.
Oh.
Awful. Absolutely awful.
Yeah, I know which guy you're talking about. The
Absolutely
guy, he
awful.
was in The Watchmen or something.
Yes,
like that,
yes.
too. Yeah.
Absolutely awful as Freddy.
Yeah. Let me ask you though. When you think Halloween stuff, you think Halloween movies. This seems to be the topic right now is Halloween movies.
Yeah.
What about like something like the Tim Burton Batman or Batman Returns?
Okay.
You have the Penguin.
Yeah.
You have the Joker.
Danny DeVito.
Do you feel those are Halloween-esque at all?
Good question. I do not.
Okay.
No, I do not.
And let me ask you this now that we've entered that topic, there's a new Penguin show that's out now.
Yes. So I am waiting for quite a few episodes so I can binge it
All right.
instead of waiting week to week.
Okay. We're now sharing an account. I might open that one up, though.
That's okay. That's all right. I mean, Colin Farrell, man.
That's where I'm going with this.
Phenomenal in it. But you know what, though? It's funny that you bring that up because if you want to go to like Halloween costumes, when Jack Nicholson was Batman, right?
Yeah.
Danny DeVito was Penguin.
Yeah.
People weren't really dressing up as those characters back then. You know, but now everybody wants to be Heath Ledger. Everybody wants to be Joaquin Phoenix.
I know. Yeah, it's true. Do kids nowadays want to be the bad guys? It used to be always a superhero. When we were younger, we wanted to be Superman for Halloween. We wanted to be Batman for Halloween. We all had those costumes.
Yeah.
We wanted to be Gary Gnu. We wanted to be...
Did you say Gary Gnu?
Yeah.
What's that?
It was like some weird costume, dude.
You just said Gary Gnu.
I'm sorry. I got to look it up now. Gary Gnu.
What are you looking up? You said it. What's Gary Gnu?
I want to show you, see if you remember. It was a costume.
I was He-Man.
This was Gary Gnu. Do you don't remember Gary Gnu from back in the day? No. My brother Dave, I think, was Gary Gnu one year. And I was a
Great
Smurf.
Space Coaster?
Yeah, and I was a Smurf.
Gary Gnu.
Yeah.
Wow. Looks like Fraggle Rock.
Dude, it was like an actual, like, I'm going to look up the costume now.
Gary Gnu. That's great.
And, I don't know if I'm going to find the costume, but my brother, I mean, it must have been a show we watched, like,
Your poor brother.
with Romper Room or something like that, you know?
Gary Gnu.
Yeah. But back to what we're saying. People wanted to be Wonder Woman. They wanted to be...
Well, yeah. Like I said, I was Captain America.
Yeah.
I was the Hulk.
All right.
I was He-Man.
Okay.
But it was a little plastic face that hurt.
Exactly.
It hurt your face.
I know. That's what I was saying. The Gary Gnu, yeah.
And it brought your ears down.
Yeah.
And you wore it the whole day with the plastic costume that was tied in the back.
You could barely see through it. It was probably get hit by a car walking across the street.
But everybody had it.
Yeah.
You could have been Raggedy Ann and Andy.
Yeah.
You could have been She-Ra. You could have been He-Man. You could have been anything.
I know, but nowadays kids are like, they want the mask from Scream. They want the, you know, they almost want to be the bad guy, I guess.
Yeah. Well, villains are cool. Yeah. Superheroes are not. It's always cool to be the bad guy.
I always wanted to be, and I looked into this at one point, but the costume's so damn expensive. I wanted to be the Donnie Darko rabbit.
Nice, yeah.
You know?
That's cool.
Yeah, I thought it'd be pretty cool to be Donnie Darko.
Well, what do you think your favorite costume ever was, if you can remember?
Frankenberry, hands down.
Come on, really?
I love Frankenberry.
It's a cool costume as an adult.
I know.
What about like as a kid though?
As a kid, I don't know, man. I can't remember all my costumes. My mom used to like hand make some of them, you know, like our Care Bear. My brother Pete was like a tiger one year and stuff like that, and my mom would actually sew these together and make them.
Yeah.
It's funny now, too, because with costumes, it's different. Like, you could be... I remember I was a bum, like a homeless person.
Me, too. I was going to say, that's one of my favorite costumes.
I know.
I got to have, like, a fake cigar.
I know. I had the fake cigar. I had everything.
I had the stick with the pouch hanging from it.
Yeah.
I made my face dirty.
It's like, what are you? I'm a homeless person.
I'm a bum.
Yeah.
How politically incorrect that we were, right?
I know.
Imagine being a bum now.
I know. Now you're better off being like Freddie.
Oh man, a bum.
It's
I was
true.
a bum. I was a girl once. I was a woman.
I was a girl too.
I was a woman.
I had the wig on. I had the high heels,
leggings. I had pantyhose. I had pantyhose on.
I remember my mom saying, "Just don't get used to this." And I had the wig, I had the dress, I wore everything, and I said, "I'm a girl."
And actually, I have a picture of me and you.
Yeah.
I believe you were a pirate.
All right.
And I believe I was the white trash grandma, and I had the curls in the hair and the moo-moo, and we were at Damien's.
I wasn't a pirate. I was a.
No, you were definitely a pirate.
No. I think I was one of those like knife thrower people or whatever. I know.
It looked like a pirate.
Yeah. I think I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Like one of those, I had the blindfolds. You know, you throw the people.
No, you had a red bandana on. You had with the hook thing.
Yeah, I
think.
think.
Cool.
I think. Yeah. And you had the moo on.
I had the mumo on, the curlers.
My wife and her friends, they did a what was it? Three's Company, Mrs. Roper party recently.
Awesome.
Yeah, they did a Miss Roper.
That's exactly what I looked like.
Yeah.
Yes, I still have that costume.
They did a Mrs. Roper costume party.
That is
and
great.
They all had their Mrs. Roper moo on. Some people had the curls in their hair, the wigs.
That's hot.
My wife actually did the curls herself or whatever and all that stuff. And
did you pretend you were Mr. Roper? And then,
I wasn't a part of it. It was a girls' night that night, but yeah, which is fine. I'm absolutely content with that. Yeah. But what beer we got here, Johnny? Let's get into this.
You want to get into the beer?
Yeah. What time is it? Yeah, we got to get to that beer. I think. Yeah, we still have a lot going on after this. What is the other side of the bottle opener for? I see that.
I don't know.
There's like the whole side, and then is that to drag the bottle over?
I have no clue.
Or maybe it's to hook into something. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah.
So I bought a couple bottles, one for each, but I think we just split this.
One's fine.
Yeah, let's just split this. This is Sam Adams. I wanted to do something little Halloween-y. It's Sam Adams Jack-O-Lantern. It's a pumpkin ale.
All right.
I'm not a gigantic Sam Adams fan because
After I told John no beers tonight.
I'm a New York Yankee fan. Yeah, we had to do one. It's only 4.4%.
And it's a regional one, too.
It's
you
a
get
pumpkin
this across
ale.
probably the United States as well.
Yeah,
Cool,
it's Sam Adams. It's a classic Halloween fall beer.
I don't know if I've ever had... I've had plenty of Sam Adams in my day, but I don't know if I've ever had a Jacko Halloween-y kind of beer.
Listen, it's not the best. It's not terrible. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge Sam Adams fan, but let's give it
Well, they're an OG, man. Give it to them.
Exactly. Yeah. World's original.
Just like Dogfish. I got the ceramic growlers here and everything. That was an OG as well.
The original craft brewers, right?
Yeah, yeah. And now Sam Adams, I think, owns Dogfish or something along those lines. Yeah. Cheers. Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Good or oh, wow,
It's
bad?
light. Lighter than I thought. I'm getting apple. I'm getting cinnamon.
You getting apple? I'm not getting apple.
I'm getting apple. I'm getting pumpkin, apple, cinnamon.
A lot of pumpkin, cinnamon.
I'm getting that sweet apple, dude.
Allspice, pumpkin pie.
Try it again, man.
Pumpkin spice.
Don't tell me to get a little apple on that. Look for the apple this time, though.
Maybe. It's a lot of allspice to me.
It is very light, though. Almost like a flavored seltzer in a way.
Yeah. A little caramel.
Yeah.
A little caramel.
Yeah. But not bad, all considering.
Yeah. It's all right.
It's still it's a Halloween episode kind of beer, I guess.
Yeah.
Jacko.
Yeah, but Jacko-ing this down the drain later.
I've had definitely a lot worse.
Oh yeah,
I've
there's
had
definitely been
a lot
worse.
better, but I think it's the middle of the ground.
Yeah,
it's
it's
different.
mediocre.
It's unique. I'll give them credit for trying it out and doing what they're doing with it. You know, I'll give them a little.
Do you
props.
have any Halloween traditions that you do?
As far as traditions go, so where we live now, it's interesting. Where we live now, it's not like where we grew up, John.
Yeah.
Where we grew up, it was more rural. It was, and John's still there now, so he knows. And it's more rural. Houses are like you literally
On top
walk
of each
10 feet and you're at the next house. Here in Chester, we have an area that's called Shadow Ridge. Shadow Ridge is the big trick-or-treating area around here. And it's because Chester, a lot of the homes around here are very spread out. And Shadow Ridge is an area where the houses are a little bit more closer together. You can do a lot of houses within a short amount of time. So everyone goes to Shadow Ridge. It's like the big thing. Right. So our tradition now is or we've tried Shadow Ridge, but our tradition now is like, you know what? We said we don't need to go to a million houses. Our son always gets way too much bloody candy that goes into the garbage. So we said, you know what? Let's stick to our neighborhood. It's a little bit further out, spaced. Sorry, neighbors, but sometimes we do not walk back to the street to go back, and we just cut across the lawn a lot of times because it's a lot of walking.
It's a lot of walking.
Yeah. So I'm sure the grass will survive. But that is our tradition with our son. Back in the day, and I'm sure, John, you can relate, we had our cloth pillowcases.
Yeah.
And we'd bring our pillowcases out, and we'd come home. And it wasn't just candy.
I would empty that thing 3 times.
Yeah. We found, sometimes there was $1 in there.
Quarters.
Pennies. If it was a really old person, maybe some pennies. I even had 50-cent pieces at times.
Nice.
And candy, a lot of candy. And it was a little bit more random. Some people, which you won't see nowadays, some people were more creative and they created little treat bags and they would put like all different things inside it and give it out to the kids. You know, they were a little bit more into it.
We had on my side of town, I believe she was a crossing guard too. She lived right next to my school. Mrs. Renshaw, I believe her name was Renshaw. She used to make homemade caramel apples. And wrap them up and put them in our bag every year. It was awesome.
Do you remember going to Jim Dandy's? John owned to Jim Dandy's and
cone with sprinkles?
An ice cream cone. Before we worked there, before you had it, and even when you had it too as well, you carried on the tradition, and kids would get a free ice cream cone.
If they wanted sprinkles, what'd they have to do? They had to give us a piece of candy.
Oh, yeah?
Can I get sprinkles on that? Only if you give me a piece of candy. My choice, not your choice.
And then there was JoJo's Pizza.
Give you a slice.
Half a slice. It
Arlington
was like
pizza,
they did the little thin slices where they cut it in half. And
do you remember the Jungle?
Yeah.
Did you ever go trick-or-treating at the Jungle?
No, I didn't.
So the Jungle was a strip club in our town.
It's
not there anymore.
It says a lot about our town, yeah.
And we would go late at night to go trick-or-treating, and we'd always have to go to the Jungle because they'd be like, come in, guys, come in. And we'd go to the bar, and you just stare. You know,
was that nude, though? That
dancing.
wasn't nude, though.
No, they were in bikinis.
All right.
But it was cool to be like 10 years old, and you walk into the strip club, and you're standing there staring at them on the pole, and you're like, they give you an Oreo, and you go. M&Ms, and you go.
That's the first time someone else got a tip in that place, and getting some candy.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, that was traditions. Mischief night was a thing.
Yeah, that's not a thing anymore.
No,
I don't think it is. I don't see. I want my house to get egged. Like I don't see it anymore. Like
we were bad kids.
We were very bad.
We were bad kids. I mean, when I say bad, like it was rolling pumpkins into oncoming traffic and stuff like that. Yeah. We would take a pumpkin from someone's house and go to the top of a hill and just. It was bad. We're incriminating ourselves, or I'm incriminating us now, but we were...
It was fun, though. We put powder in socks and beat the shit out of each other with it.
Yeah. Shaving cream. Shaving cream was a must. We were covered in shaving cream by the time we got home because we were doing it to each other. Eggs, maple syrup. It was always random stuff, you know?
There was a point where the stores wouldn't even sell us eggs anymore at that time. You know?
Yeah.
Now, my tradition now is my kids are older. They go off on their own with their friends. I go to my friend the Hackett's, Tim and Karen.
Yeah.
They grill. I bring over beer. They have beer. And we sit in their driveway from like 5 p.m. to like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we drink and we give out candy and we order pizzas and we have hamburgers. And
so the kids don't trick-or-treat anymore?
No, they do. They'll go out trick-or-treating by themselves.
I see what you're saying.
And then they'll all meet there.
Gotcha.
They'll dump their candy out and they'll switch and they'll trade.
All right. Well, that's cool, though.
I don't have to follow them anymore.
Yeah, they're making their own memories there, man, which is good. And your kids are now teenagers, right?
14.
Yeah.
Wow. 14 years old.
I know. It's crazy. Time flies. But yeah, man, that's basically as far as Halloween now. I know it's different for you now because your kids are older. My kid is half your kid's age, so it's a little bit different. I mean, he just lost. Did I mention? I don't know if I mentioned he lost his first tooth recently.
Awesome.
I don't know if I mentioned that or any of our. I
don't think you did.
Yeah, he lost his first tooth. He was a little later. For kids, you know, he's at an age where you would have probably lost maybe a couple by then. But he lost his first one recently, and
did the tooth fairy come?
So we did. Maybe I feel like we did talk about this. And I hate.
Don't do it.
I mentioned I grew up with silver dollars as me and my brothers. We got silver dollars from the Tooth Fairy, and I still had those silver dollars from when I was a little kid.
Get out of here.
Yeah, and I had a lot, and well, I kind of carried on that tradition, and my son gets silver dollars now, and
just one.
For each tooth lost. Yeah, I didn't do any of that. Now things have changed where people are like, oh, let's give $20 the first time.
My kid's got $5 a tooth.
Yeah. Silver dollars could be worth maybe more like $13 now, so it's still a good gift. The value is not so high up there, but it's pretty cool. and we're to get a 1976 bicentennial silver dollar Eisenhower coin, and just
That's cool to us.
yeah,
The kids need to learn to appreciate that.
yeah.
So you're a traditionalist, though. So you like keeping that type of tradition.
I like to keep a tradition in there, and like I said, I still had them. I held on to them from when I lost my teeth, and I thought it was a good thing to.
That's cool. That's
What am
very
I?
nice.
Whatever. I mean, it's cool for me to own it, but it's more special for me to pass that on. And I go to my wife. I'm like I mentioned I'm like, maybe we could do the silver dollar. That's what I did when I was younger. And I said I might have like maybe 6 of them. I went into my little fire safe box because that's where I kept them. I had like 18 in there, and I know I didn't lose.
Because your wife's probably like, where the hell are we gonna get like silver dollar?
I know, and I had like that many, and I was like, I didn't lose that many teeth, so I must have gotten some more along the line elsewhere or something. But I didn't realize I had that many in there. Awesome. So each one, that's what it'll get. We have a little pillow. Dude, here's the thing, man. It's funny. Do you how the heck did our parents? Because our parents did it more traditional.
Oh yeah.
Where they actually put it under the pillow. Now we have a little dedicated small pillow.
Yep. Same with my
with
kids.
a pouch that we put to the side.
Yeah. Put it on the side of your pillow or put it on your desk.
Yes.
Don't put it under the pillow.
Our parents had to go shuffling through while the kid is sleeping and try to find where the hell that damn tooth was.
Yeah.
How the hell did they find that tooth? And
That's
it's
a
so
good point.
tiny. It's so tiny.
Good point.
It's like finding a needle in a haystack. How the heck did they do it?
No, I still have all my kids' teeth in Ziploc bags.
Yeah.
I gotta give it to them. I haven't even showed them, even since they've realized the truth behind everything. I have to show them that. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, hey, another holiday's come and gone.
Yeah.
If you want to call it a holiday. Next up is Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving's coming up soon.
We'll be back.
And we
in a
have
few
some other
weeks
things
with
big too coming. Election Day's coming soon too.
Oh, Election Day! Don't forget to go out and vote.
Yes. Rock the vote.
Rock the vote, baby. Rock the vote.
Awesome stuff. Good stuff from Good Times. Good Times. Ghostbusters. Jacko, Sam Adams, shout out to you guys. Shout out ISO Caps. Did I say that right?
Nope.
What the hell?
I don't
That's what happens when we have a couple drinks, bro.
Yeah. ISA.
ISA Caps. I'm sorry.
ISAcaps.com. Go buy your Speakeasy podcast.
Yes, do it.
You'll be helping us out. You'll be helping out a small business. 4 different colors. It's a great hat.
Yes.
It's so light. It fits to my head beautifully. Rock the spot. I mean, look at that. How do you not want to have
ISO is what in search of. Well, you're in search of these caps.
Yeah.
ISAcaps.com. You'll see us. Hit the shop button. You'll find the hats there. Pick them up. You're helping us out. You're helping these guys out at Ignited States. Awesome
United
place.
States on Instagram. Check them out.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good hats. These are amazing. We are loving these. We're loving the ruggedness of this. Yeah, these are great
so
hats
nice.
and all that stuff. So we're always going to give these guys a shout out. John, thanks for bringing the candy, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the good times.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, have a happy Halloween. Everybody, please be safe. Check your candy for razor blades before you eat them.
Don't eat the razor blade ones.
Don't eat the razor blades.
No.
If the package is open, don't eat it.
No.
Just be safe and have fun, man.
If there's white powder on it, you might want to think maybe it might be something good on there.
Maybe you should snort it instead of eating it.
Yeah, you never know. Johnny, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers to you.
Happy Halloween!